Well, I don't know that anybody's ever emotionally ready to carry a pro team on their back.
And when you have that kind of pressure on you, it creates a lot of problems, and you never know what it might manifest as. But in his case, I believe it was this extreme anxiety.
I can see my eyes right there, right in the little glare of the glare of the glare.
My wife just loves Ricky, and Sally said, why do you keep your helmet on when you're talking to the media?
It just was too easy to laugh at. No one ever laughed at Ricky Williams.
When he got hurt in New Orleans, that's the worst thing that ever happened. He never got to prove himself. And I think that had a big impact on how the rest of his time in New Orleans went. I honestly think that he was like, boy, these people are all going to think I'm a fraud.
I think it ended up being good for him because it started this path of epiphany. I mean, he realized how much of his self-worth was tied up in body parts that could betray him.
He had an apartment down an alley, and it was just, 3 or 4 rooms and no windows. He had little bitty windows. You couldn't see nothing, had no view. He just wanted to be alone. He says, people in New Orleans didn't like him. That's not true. People in New Orleans loved Ricky. Ricky didn't give anybody a chance to love him.
And one of the things that caused me to diagnose him with social anxiety disorder was his admission to me that he often only felt safe when he was in his home in the dark. He needs a full psychological evaluation.
Sometimes some of the things he says are totally off the wall, and then the next sentence makes complete sense. And he says he's happier than he's ever been, so that's what I have to go on.
Do you believe it?
I believe that he thinks that he's extremely happy.
95% of what he says is so illuminating and so enlightening and so refreshing and so lucid, and then 5% of what he says makes you wonder if he's got aluminum foil on his head and is saying that that's the reason that keeps aliens away.
Have you done research on bipolar or manic depressive tendencies, and do you think you have any of those?
I haven't done any research, so I don't really know, but sure it's possible. Sure anything is possible.
It seems to me he's seeking some peace in his life, and I think that's probably why he smokes marijuana and maybe smoking more of it than he did in the past, and feels like that's okay because it's what he needs.
So much of what his path has been to this point is him looking inside himself and liking very little of what it is that he sees.